What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that Summer League analysis. We seen the champs just get crowned at Summer League in Vegas, and I just wanted to tell you what I thought about that game that just went off. So far, Charlotte hasn't won a championship until today, and Sacramento ended up winning two of them in Summer League. Not the most important thing, but the growth and development of the young players are the whole purpose of this event and these couple of days. Um, Also wanted to that they ended up winning 83-78. Charlotte won the first quarter 34-18. It looked like the game was over, but Sacramento ended up coming back with a 21-12 second quarter, and then Charlotte won the third quarter 21-17. And then Sacramento made a run to make it competitive in the end, and they won the fourth quarter 22-16. And they ended up losing 83-78 because of free throws. Big shots was made by both teams to make it very close. It's just they didn't have enough time to be able to win the game, and Charlotte did enough execution to be able to stay ahead. Even though they got down by one, the Kings kept fighting, and it just didn't go their way. And they kept making little minor mistakes throughout the game that ended up hurting them and ended up helping them lose this game. And I will start off with the Kings. Isaac Jones, 28 minutes, 10-17 from the field. 1-1 from three. He was 3 or 4 from the free throw line. He did get a double double with 24 points, 11 rebounds. Five of them was offensive, two assists, one block, two personal fouls, a minus three, and plus minus. He was very good for them the entire game. He finished mainly around the paint, but was able to hit a three. I like the fact that he rebounded at a high level. He was the only guy to get in double figures off the start lineup with the 11 boards. Um, Renaud, he kept shooting threes, but he only went 1 of 4 there, and he finished 4 of 11 from the field. Couldn't really make a shot inside the paint like he mainly should have, since he's tall and athletic and he has good touch around the rim. It just didn't work out for him tonight, but he still helped with 7 rebounds. One of them was offensive with a steal, 2 blocks, a turnover, 2 personal fouls. He was a +4 and plus minus. He ended up finishing with 9. Him and Isaiah Stevens was the only two guys that didn't get in double figures, but he finished with 22 minutes. Stevens did. He was 1 of 5 from the field or 2 from three. He had 2 rebounds. One of them was offensive with an assist, 2 turnovers, a personal foul, -3, and plus minus. He had 2 points. And also, Neat Clifford got a little hot, but he still only finished with 10. 33 minutes for him. 4 of 15 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 8 rebounds. They did a good job of that. 2 assists, and also he had 3 turnovers and 4 personal fouls. He's a +4 and plus minus. And then Devin Carter didn't have the greatest shot selection. He was just out there chucking up shots. I didn't really like what he was doing. He was a big reason why they couldn't stay in the game and win it. But they ended up allowing him to take those shots. He took the second most tonight. He did play the second most minutes with 30. He was 5 of 16 from the field. He was 2 of 10 from three. A lot of them was wide open, and a lot of them was good looks. He just couldn't put them in the basket. 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 7 assists, 2 boards. They all was offensive rebounds for him. He also had 2 blocks in the turnover. He also had 4 personal fouls. He was a -4 and plus minus, finished with 13, which was the second most points by the Sacramento King players tonight. Daquan Plowden did a good job even in the fourth quarter. 19 minutes for him. He was 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 5 from three. Had 3 boards and 19 minutes with an offensive one in there. A block, 2 personal fouls, a -10 and plus minus. He had 8 points. Isaiah Crawford, 5 minutes for him. He was 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from three. They had a good trend of shooting a lot of threes. This is what the MR the NBA is at right now. You have to be able to hit the mid range, you have to be able to dribble, you have to be able to get to the basket and hit free throws. They didn't really shoot the free throws that well. They didn't hit the threes that well. That's why they didn't really have a good chance of winning this game for the majority of it. Isaiah Crawford finished as a -9, 0 points. Dylan Carwell, 8 minutes for him. He was 2 of 2 from the field and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He finished with 5 off the bench. 1 rebound, 2 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover, and a -13 and plus minus. We didn't get this chance to see a lot of him. It made sense for them to go with the starters for the most part. They did play good enough, but it just couldn't make enough shots. And he made a lot of shots, but he didn't take a lot of them either, because he went 50% from the free throw line, but he also went perfect from the field. Kinsley, 3 minutes, 1 to 3 from the field. He was 0-2 from three. Followed that trend, was out there to gun some threes down. Didn't make any tonight either. He only had 2 points, 1 board. He was a -3 and plus minus. Mason Jones, 31 minutes. He played a lot tonight, but he only went 1 of 7 from the field and 0 of 4 from three. Also went 3 or 4 from the free throw line. That's how he ended up with 5 points, 4 boards, 3 of them being offensive with 5 assists and a steal. He also had 5 personal fouls. That's a ton for 31 minutes. But he also was a plus 12 and plus minus, which was actually the highest in the entire team tonight, although he had a lot of flaws in his game, how he played, how he chose to go out there and do things. He ended up having a good impact on the game when it comes to plus minus. The rest of the guys did not play. Coach's decision, 31 of 85 for the team. That's about 36%, 7 of 34, 20%, 9 of 14, 64% from the free throw line. 20% from three is just tough when you're already struggling from the free throw line and you can't make a mid-range or a layup either. And they had some opportunities because they had 13 offensive rebounds with 39 total being there for them. Didn't help them enough, though. 17 assists as a team, 4 steals, 7 blocks, 8 turnovers, and 20 personal fouls. And then the Charlotte Hornets, they didn't play that great either. They just made the best of their situations that they continue to find themselves in. And they was patient. They moved the ball well. They took okay to decent shots, but they was able to knock them down more. And Ryan was a big part of what they did. 28 minutes, 5 or 6 from the field, 1 or 1 from 3, 4 or 5 from the free throw line, 15 points. He ended up having a high tie with Josh with 9 rebounds. One of them was offensive with a steal and a block and a turnover, 2 personal fouls, plus 5 and plus minus. He had set some good screens, rolled to the basket real well, dominated paint, came down with a key rebound that helped him win the game tonight. And he stayed, strictly in the paint for the most part, but he was also stretching that floor to give the other guys some room to be able to do what they need to do. But he also made that 1-3 that he took. Con Knippel was the MVP of the summer league. I'm from Wisconsin. He's from Wisconsin. So I like what he did. Got off to a bad start, especially from 3, but finished 4 of 11 from 3. 8 of 21 from the field. Took the most shots for any team tonight. With those 21 attempts, and he also was 1 or 2 from the free throw line with 21 points total. He had 5 boards, 1 of them was offensive with 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, a plus 9 and plus minus. The only guy that did not get in double figures and points on the starting lineup was MJ Walker. He finished with 27 minutes. He was 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. He did grab 3 boards and had 3 assists and a steal with a turnover, 2 personal fouls, minus 5 and plus minus. And then KJ Simpson didn't really make shots either. He couldn't really make the 3, couldn't really finish around the basket, couldn't really make the in-between shots. 31 minutes for him. He was 4 of 15 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He still got in double figures with 11 by the end of the night. 7 boards, 5 assists, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. He's a plus 7 and plus minus in this game. And then Jalen Sims, 26 minutes for him, 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. That allowed him to get 11 points, 2 boards, and assists, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and a minus 3 and plus minus. You kind of expect guys to shoot a little poorly from summer league. They still developing their body. They still trying to find out what they are and what they're going to be in the league. They still trying to figure out how to play with other guys that they're not normally playing with. And even though they had a couple games under their belt, because the Hornets went 6-0 in summer league, beating everybody they played against, it just showed that they had a lot more organization and a lot more structure in their gameplay and how they went out there and played together. No guy really carried them in this game. It was just a good team effort on both ends of the court, and that's how they was able to play throughout the whole summer league and ended up helping to win tonight also. And then Josh, like I said, played 17 minutes. He had the 9 boards, but he went 2 of 4 from the field, no 3 attempts or free throws. He did also have 5 offensive rebounds out of that 9, which was the most on the team tonight. 1 assist, 1 block, 1 turnover for a personal foul. He's a plus 5 and plus minus by the end of the game. DJ Rodman, 16 minutes, 4 or 5 from the field, 1 or 2 from 3, 2 or 2 from the free throw line. He also got in double figures with 11, was the only guy to get double figures in any statistical category off the bench. 4 boards, 2 of them was offensive, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 personal foul, plus 6 and plus minus. He was definitely the MVP of the bench with his scoring tonight and the efficiency in which he shot it. And Damian, 19 minutes, 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from three, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, 7 points for him. Good game. I respect what he did tonight. And I liked it how he attacked and it ended up helping the team a little bit too. And then James Bank, the third, 4 minutes, 0 1 from the field. He ended up having 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and a +1 and plus minus. He didn't really do too much because he didn't play a lot, but he finished with zeros mostly tonight. And the things that he did fill up the stat sheet was with the turnovers and the personal foul wasn't a good thing because he only played 2 minutes, and that's a lot for those categories. The rest of the guys did not play coach's decision. They shot 29 of 73, 39% from the field, 9 of 29, 31% from three, 16 of 19, 84% from the free throw line. Ended up being a good night for them from there, and they had to close the game out by making their free throws, and they ended up doing that for the most part. They did get beat on the offensive rebounds, but they stopped them from converting the points into converting those rebounds into points. But they did beat them in the rebounds total with 43 total, 16 assists. They also had 3 steals, 3 blocks, 15 turnovers, and 19 personal fouls. They had less personal fouls. They did have way more turnovers, and they had less blocks and less steals than the Sacramento Kings. But other than that, good summer league game, very competitive. The Charlotte Hornets ended up getting it done. I don't really have nothing disrespectful to say about them. I'm just surprised they actually won because they have been real bad for multiple years, and it is good to see they have guys that can fill multiple roles that can probably even play in the regular season for them and get legitimate minutes. And that's what this is about, developing them so that they can be a big part of what you do, possibly as much as they can play as well as they did tonight. But these guys are very raw. They're gonna suck a lot, even with the starters. But I do like the fact that they showing some growth and some development. They show that they can be plug-in type of players for the roster that they already have built right now for the Hornets, and they just gonna come in and do the best they can. That's what you want to see. You obviously want them to shoot it better. You want them to finish it better. You want them to buy in, and you want them to play defense. They showed those things together, and we'll see how they look 2 to 3 years from now once they get some more reps under them. Other than that, I'm gone. See you guys hopefully tomorrow. And thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel for years. And peace out. You can turn it back on.